Welcome all the participants. Good evening to all present here. WESCOP Organizing Committee of Atal FDP, respected Principal Madam, Dr. Supriya Shidai, Convener and Coordinator, IQAC Coordinator, Co-Coordinator, Dr. Rajashri Hirlekar Madam, Dr. Anita Aire Madam, Organizing Committee Coordinator, Organizing Committee members, today's resource person, Mr. Apurva Luthia and Mrs. Khushbu Luthia Madam, and dear participants. On behalf of Vivekanand Education Society's College of Pharmacy, Mumbai, I, Mrs. Mamta Venna, Assistant Professor from Pharmacology Department, welcome you all on Day 6 of AICTE sponsored Atal 1 week online and 1 week offline faculty development program on research and innovation ecosystem in academics need of the hour. We come across the word stress every now and then, either professionally or personally. To address this and help us to better manage stress and time, we have with us the dynamic duo from Twin Light, Mr. Apurva Luthia and Mrs. Khushbu Luthia. Before we start with the session, I would like to introduce the resource persons for today's evening session. Mr. Apurva Luthia is thinker, return on life enhancer, storyteller, and NLP practitioner. He has got academically trained as chartered accountant and also is an investment advisor and financial manager. Sir has master diploma in training and NLP practitioner certification. Sir works in principal domains of cultivating right thinking, enhancing return on life, neurolinguistic programming, and facilitates finding solutions through implementable thinking methods. The next resource person for today's evening session, Mrs. Khushbu Luthia Madam, is energy enhancer and life sculptor. Madam has got academically trained as chartered accountant, financial manager, and is an equity and commodity broking compliance regulator. She has trained and got certification for Theta and Reiki Master Practitioner, Light Language Channeler, and Lama Fera Master. Her principal domains are meditation and portal activations, inner child therapy, abundance manifestation, and Madam also facilitates healing through energy enhancer techniques. The duo at Swinlight provides solutions by way of conducting workshops at corporate and academic settings for students, by way of public workshops and holistic healing and outbound retreats. With this brief introduction, I would like to request our resource persons for today's evening session, Mr. Apurva Luthia and Mrs. Khushbu Luthia Madam, to start with their presentation and share their expert opinion on time management and stress management. Before this, I would like to request all the participants to please have a notepad and pen for taking down or for some of the activities which we would be having during the session. Over to you, Madam and Sir.
Thank you so much, Mamta ma'am. It was great to have introduction with all of you, in such a beautiful way. We will also request, if everyone can, have their videos switched on. We both, are chartered accountants, have left our profession, to do a training and development. Just that, we can communicate more with the people and less with the machine.
Yes.
Now if we don't see the people, and it feels like we are talking to machines, so we are again back to our chartered accountancy days. So it will be great, if we can see each other. The vibrations are different in training modality when we see each other. That would be great if we can do that. Thank you all of you to be a part of this particular program. uh, what we are trying to do today is, we are not trying to teach anything to you. You all are already a professors and principals, and you all know about time management. Who knows time management better than you? Because all your life you have been teaching the time management and the stress management, right? So we are here today to just facilitate few of things of the time management and stress management which we already know. It is more like we are bringing awareness about the time management and stress management in today's session. um, Another request is, whenever if you feel that if you are not able to hear us, please ping us or let us know. Uh, as usual, because of rains, little bit of challenge. This is like a first world challenge that we are facing right now. technologically, Wi-Fi every now and then here and there, blips up. So it might be a little bit of problem. So for a longer period, if you are not able to hear us, please do let us know. And I'll hand over to Khushbu. Khushbu, you take over.
I was just waiting, कि ये stress कब खत्म हो रहा है? He'll stop talking and allow me to start talking. Anyway, so it's lovely to see all of you here. I would really love if you all guys can at least smile. Because I think that is the first stress booster if we start smiling. So why don't we just smile and just be prepared for the session? Okay, yeah, now it looks nice to see all the faces. And I think girls should never be told to, no, just close their mouth. Okay, so that's good now. So before we start the session, any of the sessions, this is what I generally do. To connect to each of you, being an energy healer, I really would love to connect to each of your energies because that will really make me be able to deliver the things that I wish to. And for that, we need to first connect to ourselves, to be present in the moment. Let us not think about what was the thing that was happening before that, what was the session yesterday, what is going to be next session. Let's not think of anything else. Okay, let's be present in the moment. Let's be here with our energies before we start anything. And for that, I would request all of you to just sit erect if you all are sitting. And what we are going to do is we are going to start a small humming. जैसे हम ओमकार का हम उच्चारण करते हैं वैसे we are going to do just the humming and not any sound, or we are not going to utter any om sound. I'll just show the demo how it is and you all are going to be with me, right? Is everybody with me? Can I see a thumbs up? Yes. So let's start. I'll just give a demo and then we all will start as I guide you. So just allow yourself to close your eyes, be present in the moment and breathe in. And as you breathe out, what you're going to do is you're going to hum. Okay, so watch. Okay, clear? So this we are going to do all together on my instructions. Okay, so let's keep our eyes closed and breathe in. And as you breathe out, let's come together. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And we are going to do this for at least 10 more times. Breathe in. In. One last time, within. Stay silent. Feel the vibrations all around you. Feel your energy concentrated within your heart. Your entire presence in the now. And feel peace within yourself. Feel the calmness as you are ready to search within yourself, to tap within yourself, all that areas and everything that causes you stress, that makes you feel I don't have enough time. Every single reason that makes you feel not comfortable with your own self. Let us become aware with our own body, with our own emotions, with our mental state, with ourselves completely. That allow ourselves to know ourselves, to connect to ourselves, and able to express and share our feelings with all the group here. Very slowly and steadily, let's come back with full of energy and be ready to start working on ourselves. I welcome you back. The lots of energy. Did you guys feel the difference in your energy? Did you guys feel more peaceful? Yes? Yes? Can I see your thumbs up? Great.
Yes.
That's good. So now let's start. So the topic for today is time management. So I'll do the sharing.
I was just thinking if any one of you say that I am not relaxed, I can send Khushbu again home. You are done. People are not relaxed. Your job is done. Okay, let me know if you guys can see our slide. Are you guys able to see the slide? Give me a thumbs up. You can unmute and say yes. That's also okay.
Yes, it is visible, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Um, okay. So let me start with very simple thing. Um, we have always been or we have always heard that nature is never unfair with anyone, right? And this is the biggest fairness of the nature. What you are seeing right now on the slide is 24 hours. How much ever rich you are, how much ever poor you are, which caste you belong to, which creed you belong to, which religion you belong to, which gender you belong to, the nature doesn't be unfair. Everyone gets only 24 hours. If any one of you have 25 hours, please let me know. We all get 24 hours. That's it. Right? Do you all agree with me? Now, what makes a difference between the people that we think are successful and the people we think are not doing enough, or they are not reaching to their own potential, is the difference in the utilizing of this 24 hours, right? There is nothing else that differentiates. Everyone has a 24 hours. I mean, the only difference is how do you utilize that 24 hours. That makes the whole difference. So you must have seen, there are a lot of people who do 5 a.m. club, um, like Robin Sharma. There are a lot of people who say that they have to get up at 5 a.m. and so sometimes I feel that the milkman always gets up at 4 a.m. He's still serving the milk from last 25 years. I mean, getting up at 5 a.m. is not important. What is important is what do you do after getting up at 5 a.m.? So I have a friend who has joined 5 a.m. club. Then I asked him, wow, it's amazing. What do you do getting up at 5? Oh, for 1 minute I stay awake, go to washroom, and 5:01 I am again down sleeping. I mean, excellent, So this is their 5 a.m. club. So the idea of time management is very simple. That how do we utilize time? Uh, Let us go to next slide. A small activity, a very very small activity for everyone. If you guys are able to do it, it will be great. So what we want everyone to do is, if you can please stand up on wherever you are sitting right now, and on the same place, if you guys can stand up, and please don't do cheating. Close your eyes, stand up, and whenever you feel that 1 minute is over, you please sit down. You got the drill? Everyone got the drill? You can unmute and say yes. You can, thumbs up, show a thumbs up. So you just have to stand up. Whenever you feel that 1 minute is done, please don't count till 60. I know you guys can count, very easily. Please don't do that. It is very, very simple activity. Okay. So on my mark, when everyone is okay, ready, then I can start the timer.
And guys, this is very interactive session, so you have to keep your chat box ready. So whenever
Yeah,
it is, whatever it is, keep typing it.
yeah, or if you are not okay, typing it, you can unmute, stop us, share, that's perfectly all right. No problem at all. We won't get disturbed at all.
So everybody ready? Shall we start the timer? Close
Yes.
your eyes.
Okay, start.
No cheating, huh? Close your eyes and just be there. If you feel the 1 minute is over, whenever it's over, you can just sit down. Okay. Stop.
Okay, so we have, uh, okay, now everyone is seated. Okay. So we had people, seated down from around 48 seconds to 1 minute 18 seconds. So for each one of you, 1 minute was different, right? For each one of you. That is just a relativity that we have about the time. Sometimes we feel that time is going very fast. Sometimes we feel that time is going very slow. It depends on your energy level, in which environment you are, what exactly you are doing at that particular point of time. Somebody, is very passionate about, let's say, any sport. They don't even realize that 1 hour is over, that they are playing a sport game, right? And all of our students, when they are studying, within 5 minutes they'll realize that it is 1 hour. I have been studying for so long, now I want to take a break. you know so it's very different. For everyone this is very different. And so next slide, I wanted, I somehow, I'm so happy that this session is happening. All the professors, teachers and principals are here. I never got a chance, to show something that I have done. Now I want to show that. Let me show you all these things. Can you see this? Can you see my slide? This was my time management when I was giving a CA final exam. I did this time management for 4 months. For 4 months. Continuously without a single break. So wake up at 6, exercise, breakfast, get ready by 7, study 7 to 12, then lunch and power nap 12 to 1. Our food used to come at 12, we used to finish by 12:30. A power nap was 20 minutes, 12:40 to 1 o'clock. I have my friends, we both were studying together. He used to sleep at 12, 42. And I used to sleep at 12:58, and you have to get up at 1. And I was like, oh, bas ho gaya. Power nap is done. You have no choice. It was a competition kind of a thing. And again, 1 to 5 study, then half an hour break. Again, 5 to 8 study, and then 1 hour break. Again, 9 to 11 study, and then sleep at 11 o'clock. For 4 months, I have done that, and I am able to clear my CA in first attempt. This is one of the finest time management that I have personally done in my life. And today I got a right platform to show it, 13.5 hours of study every day for 4 months. It can't be better than this, right? We can set a benchmark for all your students on this now. I will share this, time management tools,
Okay.
so that.
The question was not doing this, okay?
See,
The thing that we really wanted to do is let's take our notepads and pen ready and let's start the time that we woke up. And I just give you 2 minutes time to note it down. Till right now, what's the time right now? It's 6:30 almost. So till 6:30, from the time you woke up, just jot it down. What is it that you did? Right? Clear? Let's start. Just 1 minute.
Madam, hello. Sorry
yes,
to
yes.
disturb. Can you please repeat what you just said, madam?
You have to write right from the moment you wake up. Suppose you wake up at 6 o'clock. So right from 6 o'clock till right now 6:30, what are things that you have done?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thirty seconds more. Okay. Have you completed? Yes. Put it in the chat box. Yes. Come on. Only one yes. Great. Who wants to share? Yes. Does anybody want to share your timetable? Nobody? Or still busy writing?
Somehow I knew this Google is coming. Now I also tried, recalling what I had for lunch. I am having a hard time recalling what I had for lunch. Now I can understand, you guys are going through tough times. Today what we did, yeah, we attended, all one after the another session since morning. Someone will be like me, from 6 to 7. Yeah, I was trying to get up. I mean, trying to get up. Yeah, I was snoozing, from 6 to 7. Every 5 minutes, snooze button.
Okay. So does anybody wants to share?
No problem. We will not ask
We
how
can
many.
we can read, sir,
But
because on laptop it is difficult to show what we have written.
No,
We
no,
can
you
read
Yeah.
out.
read it out.
No, you can. Yeah, read out. Just read out, ma'am. Yeah, that will be all right.
Yes. Should I read out, sir?
Please, ma'am. Please.
It's 5:30 to 8:30, means almost 3 hours I took for means getting up, then morning preparations and food preparations for the whoever is staying at home. Then from 8:30 to 8:45 it took me for preparation for the college. Then 8:45 to 10 was my traveling time. Then 10 to 12:45 I was doing college work, maybe the paper checking and all. Then 12:45 to 1:15 lunch time. 1:15 to 4:30 again college work. And then between 4:30 to 4:40 I set for the travel for the station. And then actually travel time was from 4:40 to 5:50. Then 5:50 to 5:55 I reached home. And then at 6 o'clock I was in the meeting.
Amazing. Superb. This is just amazing. So the idea is that if we write down what we are doing, in a day, it will give us little bit of idea of, are we actually wasting our time somewhere, or we are utilizing our time somewhere. As we go forward in presentation, we'll get a more idea. Um, there are two parts to, time management that we always talk about. The one is organization skill, and the second one is prioritization, right? So two things that we always talk about. Can somebody tell me, when we see this organization skill, or when we talk about this organization, what does it come to your mind? I mean, what does it mean, to be organized? Yes, please, ma'am.
Sir, it must be first planning and then execution of the things. So that is the organization.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Any other thoughts when we say, what does it mean by organization skill? One is planning and then execution. Yes, please.
If we are aware that we have to do an activity, I would first find out what is the time required and what time I am having, and then planning out and setting the time slots for each activity.
Correct.
Or
So, I mean, you will go, to first make your to-do list, that how many items that I need to do. Then you strategize on whether my to-do list is correctly, done, and then plan on the to-do list, and then think about the execution, right? Yes.
Yes,
Um,
Dr. Sunaina.
We can, sir, good evening. We can plan and we can strategize, we can organize. But what I feel is also you should leave plus minus 5-10 minutes on either side so that if anything goes wrong, then you have some extra time for activity to be completed.
Absolutely. We should always have that buffer time,
yes,
5-10 minutes of buffer time, just in case, something is not done exactly on that time. We have that buffer time in our hand. Sometimes we also need to have a plan B with us. In case if we are not able to execute our plan A, then what we can, execute is plan B. The one very important thing that, most of the people don't cover in organization skill, that I would always, uh, cover is focus. When we are doing, you know, our to-do list, when we are planning, when we are strategizing, how much, you know, while executing, how much focus do we have on this particular aspect makes a huge difference. uh, I would actually, you know, want all of you one very small activity on understanding the focus. If we can do a very small activity, all of you have a pen and paper with you, right? Okay. So what you need to do is you just need to in you, horizontally you have to write numbers till 1 to 20. Horizontally you have to write numbers till 1 to 20, but when you write 1, after in the next line, below 1 you have to write A. Then once you write 2, below 2 you have to write B, and so on and so forth till 20. Whatever, you know, alphabets come, you have to do that.
Wait.
And we will tell you when to start. So if you all are ready, let me know.
So basically, what I would suggest is you keep your own timer. You guys just map it out कि मुझे कितना वक्त लग रहा है ये चीज करने के लिए, right? Let everybody have their own.
Madam, your voice is bit feeble.
Yeah.
Madam, your voice is bit feeble. Can you?
Achha, okay. I'll repeat it. So this activity that we are going to do, writing 1 A, 2 B, 3 C. So what we are going to do is we are going to time our activity ourselves as to how long we took, how many seconds we took to complete writing this whole thing, and then stop. Okay. So that we know everybody's progress is going to be different. Everybody is going to take different amount of time, right? So let's start together, but ending time you guys will decide. Whenever you finish, you just stop. I took 20 seconds or I took 30 seconds or whatever time, right? So is it clear now? Yeah, clear? So let us start. Yes, come on, let's start.
Let's start.
Everybody complete? Yeah. So let's in the chat box write the time that you took to complete this. How many seconds did you take to complete this activity? Great. People are very fast. Okay. Well, that's nice. So now the second.
So now we have done this activity. Now we will do this activity in a little different way. What we will do now is we will first write horizontally 1 to 20 number, and then in the next line together we will write below it A to, you know, Z, whatever, you know, alphabet comes till 20. Okay. At one, not alternatively, at one go 1 to 20 and then A to Z, whatever number, you know, whatever alphabet comes.
Again, time yourself.
Yes.
It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and ABC. Yes. So time, okay? Ready? Start. Once you have done, put the timer in the chat box. like the seconds that you took to complete it.
So I guess everyone is able to complete the second task in lesser time compared to the first task. Do all agree with me? Right? Now, this is what is about focus. When you try and do a multitasking, when I told you write 1 and A, 2 and B, 3 and C, our brain was switching between numbers and alphabet, numbers and alphabet, numbers and alphabet. After some point of time, brain gets little tired of, switching from number to alphabet. Now I just want to, give you 15 seconds that our brain physically is an organ which actually consumes 20% of body's energy alone as one organ and does 80% of the work of the body, giving all the instructions. So brain is always brain likes to be a lazy organ. Brain energy it puts. And when you actually put brain to switching or between multitasking, this is what happens that we have seen. It takes longer. It actually takes much longer than what we think that effective or productive multitasking is helping us. Multitasking, according to what I have understood, what I have learned, actually never gives you higher productivity. It actually little productivity damages. So when you have a focus, when you are doing one thing, when you have a focus, it helps you to get that task fast.
I always used to deny this, because I always try. All females are like multitaskers. We do 10 things at a time with that equal efficiency. But he really proved me wrong.
So I always love to, I am not a multitasker. I can't do any multitasking. So if you tell me, three, four things to do together, I'll be completely lost and I can't do even a single thing. I can focus on one particular thing, do it very diligently within time and move on to the next thing. Right. So that has been, my forte for, and I have been, doing, seeing a productivity on, increase in productivity as we go along, this particular thing while no multitasking. So when I was doing a particular session with my guru, she has suggested us, that one homework that she gave us is, for 1 week you don't do any multitasking. For a week you don't do any multitasking and message me every day if you have failed. Then you have to, accept that yes, I have done multitasking, message her, and then again start, from the next day as a first day. And for 7 days you don't do multitasking. That was one. If you guys have, want to try, it's a good methodology, to avoid multitasking. Let's move organization. Okay, this is our students organization skill. Everyone does that. When I was also student, I used to do that. So what work has to do, we do. I mean,
Sir, you're not audible. There is some disturbance.
okay. Are you able to hear me now?
Sir, I think there is some.
Disturbance.
There
Yeah.
is a network issue.
Can you please? Yeah. Now it is better, sir.
Now is it better? Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So I was saying that yes, this is what we have, we have seen regularly with our students that they do, right? Everything at the last moment. And okay, so now let's come to prioritization. I guess most of us have seen this quadrants at some point of time in our life. These are, four quadrants that we always talk about: the urgent and important quadrant. So we will say from left hand side, the necessary quadrant is P1, then quality quadrant is P2, deception quadrant is P3, and the waste quadrant is P4. So something which is urgent and important comes always in P1. Most of the things which is deadline oriented, or there is,
So I think they will give us examples.
okay, if someone can give us an example, yeah, something which is urgent and important.
We are audible, right, guys? Yes, audible?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, give us examples in the situations that you feel in your real life that sometimes that is urgent and it's equally important to do it. So let's open up and just share. Let it
Madam,
be real life
submission.
examples.
Yes. Madam, corrections of answer books and submission in time of the marks to the exam section.
Absolutely.
What
Yes.
else?
Reaching college before 12 every day.
Every day. Correct.
Syllabus completion.
Yes, syllabus completion. Yes.
What else from your daily routine apart from the work? Work related examples we have lots. Think of something else.
Yes, medical emergency. I accepted. Yes. Urgent, important. Correct.
Come on, guys. Our life is not just work.
Morning
Our work
breakfast.
is just
Morning breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely. I second that. Urgent, important, both.
Okay, so let's go to the second quadrant. That is not urgent, but it is important. That's not urgent to do right now, but it is important. Let's be ready with our real life examples. The situations that we feel are not urgent, but they are really important.
Exercise. Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
The second quadrant that we feel is not urgent, but it is really important. What apart from exercise? Yes.
Spending time with family. Yes. Offline or online?
Taking care of health of old parents. Yes. Financial planning.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. What else? Lot of things do stay here in this quadrant, which is not urgent, but it's really very important.
Financial management planning.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, financial planning absolutely required.
So that was great. Let's move to the third quadrant. That
Some-
is
Something which is urgent but not important. Can somebody give us an example?
something which is urgent but not important.
Taking break for between the work.
Taking break between the work, I guess, ma'am, that is important actually. If we don't take a break at some point of time, the fatigue will set in and our productivity will decrease.
Depends how long we take a break.
Yeah, not every 5 minutes that she takes a break. I do it after every 30 minutes.
Madam,
Okay, so
putting
what
the
are the
washing
other
machine at home maybe.
Sorry, come again, ma'am. Washing
I
machine?
said using the washing machine in the home.
Absolutely. It is urgent but not important. Is it?
You should have
Washing
many
clothes.
sets of clothes at home then.
No, I mean, see, till the time you don't put husbands in the washing machine, that is all okay. Clothes are okay in washing machine.
What else? Think of the day-to-day situations which you actually face. that are actually not important, but at times it becomes urgent.
Any bank visits or some things which have to be rescheduled at home, but we tend to delay it, and at last moment you have to do it. So for some time it might be important, but it is urgent.
Yeah, so actually, basically all the KYC work that we have to do, that we make it urgent. It was not at all important at the first place, nor even urgent, but we have made sure that we make it urgent last minute.
Everything that is last minute becomes urgency. But
Yes.
apart from that,
So here I would actually like to say that we can think in a little different direction. What is happening in the third quadrant when we say it is a decision quadrant is uh, others urgency, others important work becomes unnecessarily important for us. When we are delegated, the work of catching a crowded train, not important and urgent. Yeah, okay, I can understand. Catching a crowded train is never important, but yeah, urgent always. So somebody else's priorities that we are taking on us.
like for example, somebody's lecture they are not ready to take or they are not able to take, and you are supposed to go and take that class. So that becomes an urgency situation, but still it is not important for you. But it's urgent. You have to go and take the class.
Yeah, I mean, taking a proxy lecture that one particular faculty member are not there or unwell, or you have to chip in. So that was never a urgent. That was never urgent for you. I mean, in that sense, that's not more important also. But you have to, because the class has to go on.
Okay, let's stick to the fourth quadrant. Not urgent, not important. I think
Everyone knows it's a very common thing that all that social media, browsing, watching TV, movies, serials, OTT, yes, absolutely,
most of the
Purchasing.
time is consumed.
Purchasing in the mall.
Yes,
yes,
exactly.
absolutely. And
The entire time management, I feel it is going in the fourth quadrant. If you are able to concentrate on that fourth quadrant and remove that fourth quadrant, then I think pura time management is automatically there.
so there was a time when watching Ramayana and Mahabharata on Sunday morning, people used to feel like it is a binge watching. And now the OTT watching, people are awake for full night, to complete one series. I mean, the binge watching concept has completely changed. And sir, who is saying playing? Please don't say I waste quadrant. I play every Thursday cricket with my friends.
But playing on mobile,
Mobile. Yeah, technologically games playing. Yes, I agree. I don't have any games on my mobile. I don't play that. Yeah, that's
I
correct.
hope he meant playing on the mobile.
Yeah. So I mean, do anyone have any confusion here about what we are talking, in terms of quadrant?
Madam, hello.
Yes.
Yes, though you are saying it is a waste quadrant, nowadays WhatsApp has become so much official. Many of the messages we exchange on WhatsApp, and sometimes if we miss out the messages, we might be missing some important meetings as well. It is happening that way.
Oh, no, ma'am. I actually got your point. What you are saying is right. See, using WhatsApp for professional purpose is perfectly all right. The problem is that we get so many forwards in so many groups that we have. Once we sit down to watch every video, every pic that has been sent on every group, then we generally take 2 hours, right? So I guess most of you will have half of the groups on mute. That you कि हाँ देख लेंगे कभी वीकेंड में चांस मिला तो एक नजर घुमा लेंगे किसने क्या डाला था. एटलीस्ट जब कोई फोन करके पूछेगा तो पता तो चले हाँ आपका मैसेज हाँ देखा था.
But that doesn't happen actually. When we actually click, अच्छा मेरा कोई important messages, like we just get only that, and and I'm not going to check any of the other groups. I'm not going to check any of the personal. That doesn't happen. Right? We are going to just check that important ones. But अच्छा इसने क्या बोला? अच्छा इसने से कुछ सीखा है. And we just tend to waste a lot of time in that. Though it is not a priority, but we do it. So maybe we can work on that area.
Yes, Sunana ma'am, you wanted to say something?
Nothing.
Okay. Okay. So any questions till now, or till prioritization? Can we go ahead on our presentation? Everything clear till now? Okay. So
Yes.
this was more, orthodox way of seeing the time management that we must have, come across somewhere on organization skill and prioritization, everything that we know. And it is just that we have to be aware that where we are falling. The quality quadrant is the most, you can say, appropriate quadrant that to be staying, so that it is not urgent but important. Now there is a different way of looking at the time management. Now when in the first slide that when we spoke about that everyone has 24 hours, what differentiates each one of us is utilization of the time of that 24 hours. Now, how do we utilize? When we say a utilization, there are two factors which come in the utilization. I would just, like to, okay. I would just like you to see this. There are two factors of, energy management and the resource management. When we say that we are utilizing time, we all have a particular amount of energy and a particular amount of resources. How do we utilize our energy? This is more like a self-management rather than a time management. Time is same for everyone. What we want to manage is ourselves within that time, right? So, Khushbu, can you talk more about?
So I think when it comes to females, we are all like born with time management, no? And organization skills. Just see our kitchens. Our kitchens are always so organized. We exactly know where the salt is kept. We exactly know where the sugar is kept. We exactly know which things are kept where. So that is actually going to save our time. We also know how to prioritize. We know when to do the cooking. We know how to handle the things. So we are already doing that. So the problem was never with organization and prioritization. We know what we are supposed to do. We know where we are falling short and what things need to be done. Yeah. So what is important in real time management is our own self. How much are we really managing ourselves in these two spaces, that is our energy? It is what we can manage really energy. If we have more energy, we'll have more time to work, we'll have more productivity. If we are less on energy, we will not have time also to complete the task, right? And the same with resources. If we have resources good enough, then we can do all the things on time, we can complete all the given tasks. But if there are no resources, then we are not able to do that. So let's cover this part of energy management. How is it that we are going to really work on our energy? Okay, so let's go to the basic part, that is our body. Yeah. So how would you think, or just think of a situation where actually you face, okay, let's just be all real life situations where you felt that I really didn't have the energy, like I didn't have the physical energy to complete the task that was given. Can you just make a note of that one particular situation, or you can just think of that one situation where you actually felt that I am not physically able to sit and take this class, or I'm physically not able to complete this, or I'm just feeling so tired. Energy ही नहीं है मेरे में physically, like I have a lot of pains and everything. Just note that one particular situation. If you can share in the chat box, that would be great. If you don't wish to, even that is fine. But I just want you guys to note where I felt that I was lacking my physical strength, and because of that, I was not able to do my task or whatever thing, right? The task is not just work in the office or work in the school or in the college. The task is the whole life, like so many things that we do in a day. Done? Have you guys written with the physical thing? Yes, severe cough and cold. Very true. Have you guys noticed the situation or a memory? Yes, sufficient knee pain. Very true. And do you think that affected your time because of the physical strength? Yes. So then we'll have to work on increasing our physical strength. So we already know if we want to increase our physical strength, we need proper amount of sleep. We need to put healthy food inside our body. We need to exercise. A lot of things that we already know. So we just have to now think how much is it that I know, how much is it that I'm actually doing, and how much is that I'm, even if I'm knowing it, I'm not doing it. So it's up to you how you actually do it, right? So let's go to the next one, the emotions. Now that will decide, yes, traveling by train actually drains our energy, true. So next is the emotions that will actually decide the quality of our energy, right? How is the quality of our energy? So I again want you guys to write a situation where emotions played a major role. Like you were so low, or you were sad, or you were angry that particular day that you were not able to complete the task that was supposed to be done in that particular time work or in that frame of time. Just note down or just think of a situation and just pen down that situation. Yes, Omshal is not well. Very true. What is that situation where your emotions are hampered? Yes, when kids don't listen. What is the emotion that you feel when kids don't listen? And that's the reason argument. Yes. Okay. Students are not functional, but what are your emotions? I am talking about your emotions. What are your emotions that are affecting your quality of energy? These are all situations, conditions, outside things happening. Emotions are within you. Okay. When work not get appreciated, what are your emotions? See how much, yes, anger, helplessness, uneasiness, stress, agitation. These are our emotions. True. And now do you think are this going to affect our work, our productivity, the time that we are going to take to complete that particular work that is assigned to us? Yes, it does. So then we need to work on changing the emotions, on how are we going to first become aware. See how difficult it is to even become aware. What are my emotions? And then how am I going to change those emotions? If I'm not becoming aware of what's happening with me inside, it is difficult for me to change. And then I'll be sitting with that anger the whole day and my work is not going to get completed. Right? And next comes the mind.
Could you, sorry to, pitch in between. The best part about, emotion is that this is our emotion.
Yes.
That we can manage. The difficult part is to manage somebody else's emotion.
You're not supposed to actually manage others' emotions.
That is a different thing. We are supposed to or we are not. But when it is our emotion, isn't it actually, better that we have to manage our own emotions? We can't manage somebody else's emotions. How can we? It is very difficult. खुद का emotion तो manage कर सकते हैं. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, it is even difficult for me to manage my emotions. Sometimes it takes one whole day for me to be all right.
Yeah, correct.
It's very difficult.
Absolutely. Yes, it is. But I am I am saying a positive side of it, that at least you are able to manage in one day. So from 80 years of life, if you are able to put in one day and manage yourself, I will say this is a blessing, isn't it?
Yes.
Sometimes we can't manage, somebody else's emotion for years and years, but at least in one day we can manage ourselves. That is a blessing, right?
Yes, Mamta ma'am, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I was saying that every time managing your own emotions, I mean, sometimes or the other, we need to let out our emotions as well to improve our own well-being. So every
Yes.
time managing is not necessary, I feel.
Exactly. So I'm not saying only to manage, I'm just telling you to become aware.
Yes, yes.
So what is important is just become aware of your emotions. What is it that I'm feeling right now? Okay. And then if I know I am feeling angry, let me work on that anger first and then come back to the work. If I know I am feeling sad, let me first work on that part of me and then do the task I'm doing. It will be faster, right? Because these are all drainers. These are all energy drainers. So the important thing was just become aware what's happening. And then of course I can work on by releasing those emotions, by changing it to or doing something that is making me feel happy and a lot of other things, right? So that will take it in the detailed part. So
Yeah,
next one is the
and
mind.
sorry, if you guys are still not able to understand, the emotions, not aware about, okay, please look at me. I have to, sit next to my wife, doing this particular session with you, and I can't, you don't even know how helpless does it feel. How do I manage my emotions? Please look at me, okay? This is so simple for you. Everyone sitting alone, I have to sit with my wife and do all these things. I can't even say anything bad, on this thing. So,
So are you feeling emotions of calmness?
no, I am not feeling anything.
Okay. So next one is the mind. So where do you feel or mind is giving you that focus of energy, right? The energy enhancer. So if we have a proper set of mind, now suppose there are a lot of thoughts coming, yeah, there is lots of uh, things happening in our mind, then we are not going to complete the task that we are assigned or to complete the task in that particular framework. So maybe if you can just note down that situation or that incident where you were just not able to focus or just not able to concentrate on the work. Constantly thoughts coming, this is there, that is there, this happened, that happened. So just note of that one particular incident quickly, whatever comes to your mind, where you feel your focus of energy was depleted and you were just not able to work. Yeah, quickly. You guys can also share in the chat box if you wish to, right? Can anybody share such kind of incident where you actually felt, I am just not able to focus and concentrate? Like my daughter just said today, I am just not able to focus on studies, I'll go and play. Okay, focus is there, but I lose it. Past incidents, true. So you guys have your own list now that all these things are actually going to hamper in my time management. So I really have to work on all these areas. I have to work on my body strength. I have to work on my emotions. I have to work on my mind so that I have that amount of energy, which is going to help me in managing my time to do my work in a better time frame, to complete it in a particular set of time, increase my productivity. Yes, I think too many things at a time that causes lots of focus. Very true, very true. A lot of us do that. We think, as we said, like multitasking. सिर्फ करते नहीं है हम सोचते भी बहुत सारी चीजें एक साथ है.
Multi thinking.
So the last one again is the spirit. Now this is the energy of purpose. Now what I wish to say by this is, think of a moment or think of an incident where you were so engrossed in that activity that you forgot what time it is that you forgot what place are you in, that you forgot your surroundings, who is watching you, who is doing what, you forgot what kind of voices and noises are coming. You were so engrossed in doing that particular activity. Can you think of that activity? Anything that you have actually done it and where your energy was like 100% into it. जहाँ पे कितने टाइम तक वो चीज कर रहे हो, we don't even know that, we don't know where I'm sitting and I don't even know who's watching me, I don't even know इसने क्या बोला, उसने क्या बोला, I'm just doing completely, listening to music, solving a difficult math problem, good. Attending yoga sessions, yes, PowerPoint presentations, very good. So now this all will be something that your passion is all about. Yes, Kirtan, reading, very true. So all the things that you like to do, all the things that you would love to do it 24/7 will have the highest energy, will have the highest amount of energy and time तो फटाफट हो जाएगा ना वो चीज के लिए मैनेज. एक भी बार ऐसे नहीं होगा कि नो नहीं I don't have time to do this. I will obviously have time and I will do it. So let's work on those areas where that focus is there, where that spirit is there. And let's put off a lot of things which will make us feel lively. And that is all about energy management.
The idea of the energy management was the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. It might look little fuzzy, but we have to actually follow this. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. The next one, let's move to resource management.
Okay. So now the resource management, what we thought is not managing the things and
So basically, what we are trying to say here is we are not considering the resources in terms of the orthodox resource management, like technology, like we have our support system, or professional resource management. Okay, what we are trying to say here is resource management from the point of view of our own self-management. And then that self-management will automatically move to our time management. If we are able to manage ourselves better, we will obviously manage our time also better. So resource management from a self-management perspective.
Because otherwise there are a lot of examples who say, but फ्यूल नहीं आया था ना, मैंने तो काम रेडी रखा था, वो लेके नहीं गया, so it is delayed. Lot of other things where you feel other people are responsible, other resources are responsible apart from you. So we are not touching that, but let's be with ourselves, no? So that resources within us. So now the first and the basic thing is the family, right? So family way, what we can do is all our personal work that we want to delegate. And most of the time, we fail to delegate things within the family, which we should or which we can, but we don't. Can you tell me why we do that? Just one reason or two, or whatever reasons that you see. Most of the time, we can delegate. Love, out of love, we don't delegate it to them. Is it? What else? What else can you think of? Like there are a lot of things that I have to do at my place in my house, but I don't delegate. I have to do it myself. Why?
Sometimes we feel instead of delegating the work, we'll do it by ourselves and get it done quickly.
Exactly.
Competency.
Yes. So here comes the perfection. Whatever I do is going to be the perfect. If I give you, you're going to do it as I do it. Let me only do it all the time. So our perfection attitude of whatever I do, the way I do is just good. Whatever you are going to do is not going to be that better. So that's the reason we don't delegate and we end up doing everything which is going to eat up all our time, and then of course you know the consequences, right? So that was, think of one person in the family that you really, really can delegate without having this perfection in your mind. If you remove this perfection out, then it will be possible for you to actually delegate few things to the family, and it will be easier for you. That you'll have more time doing other things which are important for you, right? So then next is the friends. Lot of things that we can actually delegate our friends to do it, but still we don't do it. Why? Can anybody answer this? अरे उसको जाके मिलना है, तू जाके मिल गया ना. At times नहीं, हमको ही जाना पड़ेगा. I only have to go everywhere all the time. Why is that? Because that's eating up my time. Anything? Or do we delegate it happily? What are the factors that come to your mind? Yes, I couldn't hear you, Sunna.
I generally delegate it happily.
Good. Possessiveness related to work. Okay.
True.
That will be delegation to the colleagues.
No, a social worker.
What else? I would say, am I audible or is it? Yes. Okay. So what I feel is at times I don't trust, and maybe that's the reason I will not give the complete delegation to a particular friend. No, but ये बंदा करेगा कि नहीं? Lot of things. So all these factors are going to apply everywhere in all the stages. So one could be trust. What else? Doubt, very true. Fear of losing the emotional bonding, yes. So think of it, keep thinking. As and when things come to you, we can just discuss. The next is the colleagues. Capabilities, yes, we don't trust their capabilities. Double work, okay. Friendship double. Very true.
Telling us.
We are delegate our
Madam, I think we're not able to hear you clearly again.
and
There is some disturbance. We have a noise in the background. Some static.
Okay.
Hello.
yeah, 1 second. I will
You are audible now, madam. In between there was some noise.
Now it's
Yeah.
clear.
Now it's
better now? Yeah.
yes, madam.
So
Yeah.
I was just talking about that all the factors that we state, whether they are at the family level or at the friends level or at the colleagues level, they're going to jumble up. At times, my perfection will be with my friends also, with my colleagues also. My trust factor will again be in all the stages. Sometimes I don't trust my friends. Sometimes I have doubts towards them. So we were talking about the colleague as to why would you not delegate your professional work to the colleague. So, lot of reasons that we can think of. Yeah? What are you coming up with? Why don't we delegate? Yes, to avoid misunderstanding and miscommunication. True. So what I mean to say, if you're going to work on all these factors, don't you think you're able to actually delegate things and we would be free from a lot of things, that extra thing that we are actually doing, that extra responsibility that we always take on our head. And finally, no, you're not able to complete the task that we are supposed to complete it on time. True? Do you agree? Yes. And the last is the mentors. So now the mentors are the resource for your life purpose. Actually guide you in your life. If you have any kind of problems, you can go and talk to this person. It could be anything. That could be like a mentor for you. And if you have somebody in your life, parents, yes, who else? That will really, really help you solve all your problems. Wait, yeah, husband.
But are you guys serious? I
You
mean,
are a mentor?
I mean, three people have written husband. I mean, this is for mentoring. Hello, not complaining. Eh?
No, we can actually listen to you but not follow.
Exactly. So there are only three people to whom we can complain, right? The first one is husband, the second one is Modi, and the third one is God.
Okay, great, Anita. So then the purpose of this is only to become aware as to if in certain situations, if I'm supposed to delegate my responsibilities, that will really save a lot of my time so that I can focus on things that are important for me and not make that thing I did not work on that urgency quadrant. कि जब तक वो urgent नहीं हो जाता है तब तक मैं नहीं करूँगा तब तक it's okay, it's important, I know, but until and unless it becomes urgent, I will not do. Because you know what happens then? Then the development of stress takes place, right? Do you agree? When we work constantly on urgent basis, what we are going to gain is stress. Yeah.
So let's move on. Now that you have spoken, let's move on to see one aspect which creates the stress is, you know, when you have an equation which is not correct between your work and life. So today we will see another, you know, can somebody guess what will come about this management when we are talking about, you know, stress?
Of course, stress management.
Seriously? No. I don't think so. Are we going to talk about this today?
Yeah, it's
No.
our topic.
No.
Stress management.
No. I would rather give you a little bit of, you know, demo about, you know, what is stress management.
Okay.
Khushbu, can you, yeah, little bit. I'll just give you a demo. Okay.
We are audible, guys, right? Audible,
Yes,
right?
madam.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So this is one stress coming on her head.
Seriously, you're going to do this?
Okay. One stress.
Okay.
She's trying to manage. Now she'll catwalk with this one
No,
stress.
I'm not doing
Now this has happened. Okay. Now that her husband is there, one stress has come. Now this is children. Oh, manage. You have to manage. You can't do this. You know?
Okay,
Manage. Now this is in-laws. You know?
Oh my god. Okay. Manage. Wow.
Manage. She's trying to manage everything. Okay. And then this is friends and family and social gathering. Oh, God. Gone.
Oh god.
She couldn't manage. Why? We just had to actually not manage. We had to mitigate. Why manage everything? You know, what is the need to manage everything? Can't we just mitigate and just keep the stress aside? It is here. Just keep it now.
Yeah, just eliminate it.
Just eliminate it. Let's see. Now, when it comes to stress, what is the definition that There are few words written here. Um, can you give us, the definition of stress? What is stress?
Okay, let me make this very simple. Let us note down, when is it that you feel you have stress in your life? When? Like, what could be the situations or the conditions or the place or the person or whoever? Let's quickly note of that situation or anything. When is there stress in your life? When do you have stress in your life? Yeah, quickly, can you note it? Yeah, let's note it and then we'll have a little sharing. When is it that you feel stress? Could not catch a train, okay?
I guess, ma'am, that Amir Khan has already told, some movie, वो
3 चीजों के पीछे भागना.
वो आती जाती रहती है. But that was a lie. एक बार आ गई तो जाती नहीं है. You know, no?
When I talk to management people, yes.
Okay.
What else? Yeah, your teachers are so serious. Your life is just revolving in this work.
Many deadlines to deliver. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
I agree.
Where else do you feel stress, or when is it that you have stress in your life? Yes, Sapir, very true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks to Swiggy and Zomato nowadays.
Inspection, okay? Anxiety. What else? Can you already a lot of things are given on the screen. Family and colleagues, exactly.
No
That we were
cooperation.
talking about the resource.
Every time.
Yes, not able to take out time for the family, your
True.
sickness. Yes.
True.
So now, the second question is, how do you know that you are feeling stressed? Okay. How do you know that now I'm feeling stressed? Arguments, when talking to one, yes, not able to focus, very good. Not able to
Headache.
sleep, there is a headache, there is anger, there is restlessness. So true. There's lack of sleep, I'm not able to focus. Then you're not having the sense of satisfaction, there's some kind of sickness, yeah, it's a sickness. True. Because a lot of people, I ask them, like, what is it? Like, are you feeling stressful? And they say, no, mere life mein kya stress hai? I am all fine. And then all day they are actually just gulping the BP pills and the diabetes pills. So at least when because stress feeling stress, about this is what is it, right? Let's
Okay.
Madam, Mr. You're not audible. There is some disturbance in between.
How do you feel? Isn't it that stress is nothing but just a state of mind? That we are in stressful state of mind. As simple as that. For the time being, isn't it that is right that it is just a state of mind? That what we are talking about, right? So now when we say a stress management, when we say a stress is a state of mind, that means that management is nothing but a control. So when we say controlling stressful state of mind, this you must have seen, everyone must have seen this. When you have stress, slow down, keep calm, be positive, take it easy. I hope it was so easy, right? And that is why what we always, present is little different. What we present is stress mitigation, but an elimination of the stressful state of mind, right? Uh, it seems like this that you have covered your stress my stress, just eliminating that. As simple as that. And why is stress mitigation important? I guess most of us know about this VUCA. Anyone know about VUCA? What is VUCA? Does anyone know what is VUCA? We all are living in a VUCA world. Now I'll tell you what VUCA means is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. So why stress mitigation is important? Because all of us have a volatile past. We don't know about our future. That makes our actions very complex, that we want to do something and we do something else. And our communication is very ambiguous. And when I say ambiguous, that means that whenever I have to say no, I say I am not sure.
Or I end up saying yes.
Or I end up saying yes. And whenever I have to say a yes, then at that place I avoid saying yes. That makes this. So when you actually mitigate your stress, what happens is something like this. You cancel your volatile past, you validate it. You accept it was in the past. It's more important now. However, impact does not impact in your life.
Sir, I think the issue is with the Bluetooth which you have connected. Sometimes there is some disturbance coming when you are trying to speak.
Yeah. Is this right?
So you're on mute.
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is better.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So when we validate our past, we already, then start thinking better about our future. As simple as that. Our complex actions become our concrete actions. That we need to exercise daily for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. That is the action that we need to take, right? And we start taking that action. Our actions become concrete once we mitigate our stress. Otherwise, while running, while walking, we have all stressful thoughts coming into our mind. The whole idea, of doing an exercise goes flop, right? And our ambiguous communication becomes assertive. At least we are able to say no when we have to say no. Then we'll say yes when we have to say yes. Right? As simple as that. So that is why stress mitigation is so important. The next one, now here is a little bit of catch. Most of the people, when they talk about stress, we talk about all different kind of situations and all kind of circumstances that we talk about. What I try to do is, being a chartered accountant, I am really sorry, but being a chartered accountant, what we try to do is we decode. This is like preparing a balance sheet. So our asset side and liability side. Okay. So we decode the stress into a different thing, right? So something like this. We have external stress and internal stress. That's me actually running, in that bowl. Yeah. You guessed it right, everyone. So, we have a different type of stress, and mainly it is internal and external, right? When we talk about external stress, this is like, coming from all the sides. When we actually decode our external stress, this is only two type of stress that we have. Either it is action oriented or it is communication oriented. There is no third type of stress. If there is a third type of stress that we have already imagined in our mind, that neither it is action nor it is communication, that means that is not a stress. As simple as that. If it is a stress, it has to be mitigated either through action or through communication. The
Action oriented stress का क्या example है?
correct. So can somebody give me action oriented stress example? Yeah.
Anita का favorite, getting inside the train.
Yeah, getting inside the train, catching that crowded train. That is action oriented stress. You can't stand on the other station and communicate, no? Guys, sorry, I have a class to take, please let me go, please, everyone is in urgency. How much ever you communicate, you are not going to board the train.
Deadlines, action oriented, yes.
You have to push 10 people to get into the train. Right? And then you have to push another 2 to, get the seat. Thoda sa, like that. So, that is like action oriented stress. You can't do anything about it. You
And
have to-
communication oriented stress, I think all the students will be facing.
Yeah. I mean, the problem happens that when communication and action oriented stress gets jumbled up. So we have to communicate with our sons and daughters and children and kids. Okay. Sometimes we take a action there. They have done some mischief. Idhar aana, damn. But that was needed to be communicated. You just took an action. One tight slap and he went.
Yeah, but all jokes apart, there is so much of stress when it comes to communication. No, there are miscommunications and misunderstandings too. But there is a lot of stress. इसने मुझे ऐसे बोल दिया, इसने ये बोला, इसने वो बोला, and we are actually in stress.
So let us actually go a little forward. I want to show you few examples. Okay. So this is external stress, action oriented, right? Everyone agree with me? What do we need to do to mitigate?
Take action.
Correct. यहाँ पे नॉन वायलेंस थोड़ी चलेगा. बापूजी कितना भी बोल के जाएंगे, ये सिचुएशन में नॉन वायलेंस नहीं चल सकता. You have to take a action, right? There are few things where you have to take a action, so you have to take a action. Another example. Okay. Deadline. I have to send a mail. I have no choice than to type. Do that fast. Take action and mitigate. As simple as that. The next one that we spoke about. This is the best one. The once you boarded the train, then the mitigation starts. That bhajan, kirtan, mandli, and I always used to take that particular dabba. That your stress is always vented out. Once you are inside, when bhajan, kirtan chalu hai, gana chalu hai, then you are stress free. But action oriented stress. Now let us move to communication oriented stress. This is generally your office stress. The hard part in communication oriented stress is you have to mitigate it through communication.
You cannot sit and slap your boss.
Yeah, exactly. You cannot sit and slap your boss. Okay. So somewhere you can't take an action, you have to communicate. How much ever you want to, take an action, you can't. Somewhere you will have to, communicate. But somewhere, misunderstanding that we are talking about, miscommunication that we are talking about, all that stress can be mitigated only when we communicate. Miscommunication can't be handled through an action or non-communication. If it is a miscommunication, it has to be solved through communication. Am I right?
Yes.
Correct.
Are you guys with us?
Are you guys? Yeah. Everyone, I thought. The next one is, the best one comes to, personal relationships. Yeah. So how many, I guess there are very few husbands here, to support me, but there are, few here and there, I can see. So this personal communication everyone goes through, right? What is that three most beautiful words that you can tell your wife for your survival?
Only husbands are going to answer, right?
Yeah, please, only husbands are going to answer. Tell me these three beautiful words that you can tell your wife. Absolutely. See, husbands answer like that.
answer because I know we are right.
Exactly. See, and there are 9 words, and there are 9 words which will make you actually survive the whole thing, right? The first 3 are I am sorry. The next 3 are you are right, and the next 3 are I am wrong, and you are survived. You are survived to see another day. You know, I cannot. Sir, this is very risky because there can be a follow-up question on this. Now tell me what you understood. That understanding of saying to them, will be a problematic thing. So mitigation is something like we have no choice. Okay. The only person whose knees are down is us husband. All across the world we have same thing. Okay. So this is communication. Now we have seen external stress. Any confusion, any question till now? I mean, we are just trying to decode stress. We have seen external stress. There are two parts to it. One is action oriented, one is communication. There are things where we have to take a action. There are things that we have to communicate, right? And once we don't, till the time we don't jumble up the things, we are okay. As simple as that. So if whatever Khushbu has suggested earlier, that if you write down few things, I would also suggest that whenever you are feeling stress, if you can write down that this is a communication stress or a action oriented stress. Once you figure out which stress is this, then it is easy to mitigate. The problem is defining the stress, whether it is communication or whether it is action oriented. Now let us go to forms of internal stress. Till now we have seen the external stress. And external stress comes and goes. It doesn't stay for a long period of time. The problem is the internal stress that stays for a longer period of time. Right? So let us see internal stress. There are two types of internal stress. Kushbu, can you
So basically, we always focus more on the external stress. इसने ये बोल दिया, this person has done this to me, this is not working, she is not studying, this person is not eating, lot of stress, this person is not studying. इतने सारे external stresses that we always keep on focusing. No, this person has not given me the data, so how will I complete my task? How will I submit the report? Lot of things, and our life we feel is stuck in the external stresses. A lot of times we just see this, and we keep on pointing fingers. But in the reality, almost 90%, or it could be even 95% of your stress are your internal stress that are coming from your own self, from within. So now let us talk about what are this internal stress, right? So one very basic is judgment based. So I'm sure you all guys must know what is judgment, right? Can anybody share? What are judgments? And that judgments are creating stress. Assuming things without knowing.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Presumptions, yes.
Let us know the real life examples. Where is it that we do judgment?
Prejudices, yes, absolutely.
So suppose if I tell you a small story, okay? There is one painter. He's an artist, he's a perfectionist, very wonderful artist. Now this person has created a beautiful painting, okay, of a beautiful girl. Now this is coming out of his imagination, right? This painter has just used different colors, very bright colors, and make a very beautiful portrait of a girl. Now after painting, this painter is so obsessed with this painting that he says, no, now I want this girl in my life. I want to marry this girl. I just want this. I can't just live without this. So each and every person around him started saying, अरे you are fool, तुम पागल हो क्या? It's a painting. तुम्हारे imagination से ये बना हुआ है. It's not true, right? It's an imagination. It's your painting. You cannot sit and marry that painting. It's not true. It's your imagination. Then the painter created another portrait with all dark colors, dirty colors, and made something very horrible. Then he started, oh my God, I'm so fearful of this. Isko hatao, I hate this. This is so bad. This is this, this is that. And the people again started saying to that painter, hello, it's only your imagination. You have created this. Why worry? Why are you feeling fearful of this? And this is what exactly we do. We all are painters, right? Don't we paint each and every person in our life according to the colors that we wish to put, whether it is good or bad, pleasant, unpleasant, whatever. But we always create that painting for every situation, every condition, every person in our life. And then we react to that painting of ours which we have created without knowing the actual truth. And that reaction is nothing but our stress. So this is all the judgments that we have made about everybody in this world, right? So a lot of stress is coming from this judgment. So if we become aware that this is not the truth, this is just the judgment, and let us drop that judgment, your stress will go off, right? Do you agree with me? Quickly, yes, in the chat box if you really agree with me. Yeah. If just we become aware that yes, it is a judgment, it is not true, and we will be free from that particular stress of being judged. This is an example of how the judgment works. Like simple thing, everybody is thinking different things, and they all are thinking, yeah, this is the same things. But actually, when you sit and mitigate it, then you come to a conclusion. Acha, इसने square सोचा था, इसने circle सोचा था, but actually it was a square. But most important is to become aware of their judgments. That oh, these are judgments and this is not true, right? And then only we'll be able to mitigate that particular stress coming out from judgment. Oh, this girl is always going to say like that. No, these are my judgments. True. So then the next part of stress is the thoughts. One was the judgment and other was my thought process. Now, what is my thought process? What kind of thoughts do I get the whole day? Only two types of thoughts. Do you agree with me? The thoughts are only of two types. One, it is coming from my past memories. Anything that has happened in my past, whether pleasant or unpleasant, good or bad. But all my thoughts are coming from my past. Second, coming from my planning from future. ये होगा, वो होगा, ये करूंगी, वो करूंगी. This will happen, this will not happen. This should not happen. All my thoughts only in these two parameters. Past, present. Past, future. Past, future. उसमें present कहाँ है? Can anybody say, can you think in present? Yes or no? Who can think in present? Then what can you do in present? Yes, somebody unmute fast.
I'm enjoying this session currently.
Exactly.
Yes.
So in present you can think. In present you act.
Act.
As simple as that. Right? You take an action in present. Now I have one small question. Do you know how many thoughts on an average a human being have in a day? On an average.
Maybe thousands.
Okay, thousands. Okay. Someone else? More than 40,000? Okay. What else? Anyone else? Other numbers? Innumerable? Okay. Anything else that comes to your mind? Okay, so research says that on an average, a human being have around 70,000 to 80,000 thoughts in a day, right? Now think how many years you have already lived. In that 70 to 80,000 thoughts, how many new ideas have been generated?
Most of the thoughts are just related to past memories, and half of them are your future. कल क्या होगा, कल क्या करना है. Very true. Do you agree? Do you agree, guys? Yes. Yes. So then how do we mitigate that stress? That's internal, right? Judgments and thoughts. Her bar 24/7 it's on. So if you really, really want to mitigate that stress, let us drop all the judgments and thoughts. Now thoughts को कैसे change करूं? Thoughts तो मेरे बस में नहीं है ना. अभी आ रहा है तो आ रहा है. What do I do? But there is a technique. Are you guys interested to know the technique? Yes? Quickly write interested if you are really, really interested to know. And I know it works, okay? Okay, then let's share the technique. What do I do with my thoughts? Let's share it. A very, very simple technique that works is this cancel technique. Okay. Now, this is something which is very simple. I keep practicing the whole day, and I have also given this practice to all my clients, and I know it works. Right. Now, this technique is what it's very simple. The moment I get a thought which I really don't want to think, okay, some kind of negative thought, some thoughts haunting past, some thought of people which I really don't want to think of, lot of things, right? The thoughts that are giving some kind of stress to me, okay? So all those thoughts, whenever I become aware, oh, I have this thought, oh, I'm thinking this, simply say cancel, cancel, cancel. Give instructions to your mind by saying it, maybe aloud in your mind, whichever ways. But just say cancel, cancel, cancel. By using this magic word, your thought will stop. It's tried and tested. Like there are days when I just keep saying cancel the whole day, maybe for thousands of times. Because at times you feel so negative, there are lots of things happening. You just keep on cancel, 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 cancel. And it does work. The thought stops. That particular thought is going to stop. The other thought is going to come. एक thought गया, दूसरा thought आया, एक गया, दूसरा आया. If that दूसरा is also not what you want to think, again cancel, cancel, cancel. Again third will come. Even the third is the same that you don't want to think, cancel, cancel, cancel. And this technique is going to go subconscious. Now I don't sit and consciously sit, अच्छा ये thought आया था, oh I'm not supposed to think this. Let me do cancel, cancel, cancel. No, it's going subconscious. Now automatically my mind says cancel, cancel, cancel. And this is really which works. And
Can you do it 1 minute? Yes.
what 1 minute?
I mean, let them think about.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to try this out? Think of one particular thought and then just say cancel, cancel, cancel. See whether that thought stops or it keeps coming. Want to try it out? Try it out right now.
So think of one unpleasant past memories, one past painful memories. Don't think of something which is very big. Okay. Think of some incident, some small thing that have happened which is unpleasant with you. Okay. And whenever you start thinking about this, just say cancel, cancel, cancel 3 times and observe that how your thought process suddenly changes when you say cancel.
Just try it out for a minute.
You can close your eyes, think about something, and then say cancel, cancel, cancel. Just see if it works.
Yes. I'm sure it's going to come again because this is the technique which we need to practice. It is not thing that एक बार बोल दिया हो गया चला गया thought. No, we really have to train our mind to work with this technique. And then once it is done, you'll be really free from a lot of unwanted stress that's coming from your past, that is coming from some kind of future. Oh my God, ये होगा कि नहीं होगा, कल मुझे ये देना है, और ये मेरा कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है, ये कल कब कैसे सबमिट करूंगी, फिर मैं सबमिट करूंगी तो ये क्या बोलेगा, ये एक्सेप्ट करेगा नहीं करेगा, lot of things. If you're just going to use cancel, ये सारी चीजें निकल जाएगी. Yes. And then you know what happens as we progress with this technique? We start switching this negative thought with one positive thought. So now I'm giving my mind a matter to think. See, ये नहीं सोचना है, but ये सोचना है. And that will really work. To help you come out of your stress, will help you to complete the task in that particular time. Yeah? Are you guys with me? Does it work, right? So now practice it, and I'm sure you all will be able to do it because this will really take practice. To constantly practice with your thoughts and training the mind. Yes.
And I'll just give you a small example that cancel has nothing to do with stop. If you see as an English version, right, cancel is not equal to stop. This too has a different meaning altogether, right? But where this is coming from is whenever you write a check, right, and if you don't want to present that check to the bank, what do? Cancel the check. 2 lines and you write cancel. That means stop.
We don't write stop actually. We write cancel.
We don't write stop. We write cancel. Now that is a subconscious tuning is there already in our mind. Something that we say cancel, that means it is stop.
It's delete, like delete.
Yeah, it's like delete. Whenever if I ask you what is cancel, where you have seen cancel, then what will happen is that you will say cancel check. That will come, that image will come to your mind. It's a subconscious tuning, right? So now let's go that we have done this past painful memories with a mitigate with a cancel technique. We have one more thing to deal with, right, which is uncertain future, into the unknown that we don't know, right? Now we have one more technique, okay, very simple technique called visualization technique. Anyone of you heard about this?
Yes. No.
Yes.
Don't
No.
know.
Visualization technique.
Yes. No. Don't know.
Don't know.
Don't know.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So guys, when I was talking about cancelling, like lot of your worries you can actually cancel with the future also, huh? कल इसको देना है, ये complete नहीं हुआ, अब क्या होगा, ये क्या बोलेगा, क्या करेगा, no, cancel, right? And then the second I said, you add a positive thought to that particular situation, condition, or thing. That can be done with visualization, right? That can be actually done with visualization that yes, I am going to complete it, I'm going to submit my work, this person is accepting the work, this person is appreciating me, everything is completed on time and I feel so happy about it, and lot of things, right? So this is a simple visualization technique. Do you guys want to try a small exercise with it? Yeah, how does visualization works? Let's all just stand up. What time se baithe? Just 1 minute, can we just stand up? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, everybody standing? Okay. So shall we start? So what I want you to do is, your hand, take it in the front and roll it slowly to the back. Okay. Jahan tak jata hai, just keep watching your hand and just put it, go towards the back. Okay, and then stop. हाथ को देखो कहाँ तक जा रहा है and then come back. ठीक है? If you want, you can do this once or twice, whereby you are taking your hand and just watching कहाँ तक मेरा हाथ जा रहा है, and we are back. Okay, done. So now, you guys, I just want you to close your eyes, and the same action that you did with closed eyes, just visualize it that मेरा हाथ यहाँ से पीछे तक जा रहा है and then it's coming back. With your closed eyes, just visualize this whole action that you did just right now, right? And after you have completed visualizing the whole thing that you actually did it, open your eyes and do it again. And watch your hand. How much is it going back? If you feel any kind of improvement, quickly type yes. If you feel no improvement, say no. If you feel no difference, say no. Yes, most of the time, it will go at least little more than it went before. Once you visualize that whole process again, do it again. Now your mind knows it. It will go a little more beyond than it went before. Let's take the seat. This is how the visualization normally works. Once I do the visualization of the whole thing that's going to happen, my mind is prepared and will give me the result much better. Yeah, do you want to say something? Do you want to share something? Yes? Anybody?
So it was our imagination which made us to our hand to move bit further than what we actually did.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And it works in all the activities and the tasks that we do. Right? It does work.
Madam,
Yes.
is it because of focus what you have discussed in time management? Because of that means we could do, or the hand went more than the
नहीं
earlier.
हमने जब पहली बार किया था तब फोकस से ही किया था ना. We saw our hand is moving back and then it came back. We saw and we did it with focus and concentration the very first time. Second time, what we did with our closed eyes, we visualized the same thing happening. With the closed eyes, we just saw that my hand is, it's going there and then it's coming back. This is what I did. But the resultant when I do it again will be more because now my mind knows it. This is how it is. Yeah, am I clear?
Yes, Sunana ma'am, yes.
I don't know, but I want to say that it made me more calm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I felt more peaceful.
Yes. Lot of times that we visualize, we do feel lot of peace within, we do feel calm. Because वो stress निकल जाता है ना?
Yeah, I felt that stress निकल गया.
Yes.
True. So, I think somebody wrote there, Mananam, Shravanam, Mananam, Nidhi Dhyasasana.
Yes.
Right? There are these three major things in Bhagavad Gita that they talk about, right? So, Shravanam is listening, Mananam is your thought process on that, and then Nidhi Dhyasasana is basically an application of that particular thought. The direct experience that we talk about. When you visualize, it is your own direct experience. It is not somebody's experience that you are taking into account. It is your own experience. And when you have a direct experience, it matters the most. It gives you that confidence, right? So it makes
since now you have talked about the direct experience, do you guys want to try the direct experience by actually working on your stress? Do we have 5-10 minutes more, or what is it?
Yes, madam, we do have.
We can have.
Yes,
because
yes.
this is almost the end of the process, I think. Yeah. So I would really want you guys to have a direct experience with our stress. Because ये सब easy था ना. हाथ घुमाना and all these were very simple and easy to do. So what if we get the direct experience to work on this stress? So are you guys would be interested to do that? Like, would you want to experience how would we actually work on the stress that we are actually facing right now in the moment? Okay, and it would be in the moment, not your past. If you're going to work on the past, use cancel. If that stress in the now, if it is something in the now, oh, it's paining, I can't sit, giving me stress. Anything as such, you can take any of the situation where you feel it is stressful. Let's work on that. Yeah. Do you guys want to specify, or we just go generally?
Madam, screen time, we're continuously online. Can we reduce that stress?
Yeah. By how? Mitigating by taking an action. Put it off. According to him.
The end button. And
I
we
am
are done.
I am done with the screen
Oh,
time.
no, madam, it is throughout the day, I'm telling you.
I got your point.
Relaxing.
So basically, you are talking about the stress to your eyes, right? The stress to your mind also, like lot of information. It becomes difficult to process lot of things, right? US visa interview date availability. Okay.
Wait for it.
In the now, okay?
Dry eye.
Dry eye, yes. So what I would suggest is let's do a small little meditation, and each one of you is going to work on your stress, okay? We are not going to work on other stress. Okay? All ready? So yeah. Completion of pending work, yes. See, a lot of things you'll be able to work with cancel technique, with visualization technique, with other techniques that we have already mentioned. Now let's take some stress that ये सब करने के बाद भी नहीं जा रहा है. It's still there. It's there. Some kind of pain is still there. Some kind of huge stress. It's still there. So what do we do with that particular stress? Okay. So let's work on that things of our life. Ready? So just keep all your books and your pens aside for a while. Just feel completely relaxed. Just rest on the bench or whatever the seat that you are sitting. The persons that are wearing the glasses can just keep their glasses aside. Yep. And now, for only 10 minutes, if you can switch off your mobiles and any kind of disturbances that might happen, you can just put it on silent, put it away. Just for 10 minutes, give this 10 minutes only and only to yourself. So once you are ready, you can also inform your family members, persons besides you, around you, that please don't disturb me for at least 10 minutes. Give that complete 10 minutes to yourself. And now, let's start. Sit in a very comfortable position. Allow yourself to close your eyes. Very slowly and gently. Focus on your breathing. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Allow yourself to completely relax. Release all the stress and tension in your body. Feel yourself calm, completely relaxed. As you take this opportunity to connect to yourself, to allow yourself to move deep within yourself. Allow Allow yourself to focus on your feet. Keep it rested and instruct the feet to relax. Allow your entire feet to be completely relaxed. Bring your focus to your calf and allow the entire calf to be relaxed. Slowly bring your focus to your knees and allow your knees to be completely relaxed. Bring your focus to your entire thigh muscles and allow them to relax. Imagine the entire legs to completely relax. Your entire feet are relaxed. Focus on your upper body, on your stomach, on your chest, on your lower back, your upper back, and allow it to relax. There might be a lot of thoughts coming, there might be a lot of sensations that are happening, but just observe them and say to yourself, it's okay, just let me relax. Focus on your hands and allow your hands to relax. Focus on your face, your facial muscles, your eyebrows, your ears, your mouth, and see whether there is any tension. Are you holding on to it? Just allow them to relax. Allow your shoulders to droop down and relax. Your entire body is completely relaxed. And when you feel that now it is relaxed, let us now focus on that one stressful situation, on that one stressful condition that prevails in our life at this point of time. And I really want to work towards this situation. Is there any kind of pain? Is there any kind of thoughts that is causing me that stress? Is it my judgment that is causing me my stress? Is it the truth? Allow yourself to know, to become aware from where is this stress coming? Is it my external stress? Is it something to do with others? Or is it something that is my own? That is my internal stress? If there is some kind of pain right now, which has manifested in the physical body because of this stress that I constantly take, let me now focus on that physical stress in whichever part of my body. Just scan your entire body and know yourself. Where is this pain right now? Is it in my head, my neck, my shoulders, my hands, my back, my chest, my abdomen, my lower back, my legs, my knees, my ankles, my calf? Just scan your whole body because there has to be some kind of sensations that this stress is going to create right now in the body. As I think of this stress, it has to create some kind of sensations, even though it might not be pain, but there are some kind of sensations happening within me as I think of this stress. Think of this stress have a thought of stress, and then focus on your body. Where is it? Where is it that I can feel any kind of sensations, any kind of pain, tingling, trickling, any kind of throbbing, any kind of beats, in any form, sensations in any form. And once you're able to connect to that particular sensation and that particular part of your body, connect. If you can touch that particular part, to touch that particular part. If you can't, just think of that particular part which is right now showing up to you, which holds on the stress for you. Connect to that part of yours. Just connect. Just become aware as to where it is staying in my body. And the moment you connect, either with your touch or with your thought, just tell to that particular part of your body that I love you. I so love you. I am so thankful for you. I feel so grateful. Express your gratitude and love towards that part of you that is holding that stress for you. Feel that connect. Feel that love passing from you to that part of yours that is holding on the stress for you. If you're not able to point out where is the stress in my entire body, at times I feel it's in my whole body. I'm not able to pinpoint it. Where is this stress? Then pass love, affection, gratitude to your entire body. Feel the vibes, feel the white light, as if somebody has put that focus light on you and you are glowing in that white light. Feel that white light touching your body, penetrating through that part of yours that is stressful, that's holding the stress, that's painful, that is showing us some kinds of sensations. And keep passing lot of love and light to that part of yours and keep doing it. Keep saying, I am, thank you, I love you. I so love you. Thank you. Thank you so very much for always being there with me, supporting me, holding this stress of mine the whole time. I do understand. And now I want you to release it. You have holded it for long, and I'm so sorry for not knowing it. But now I want you to release it, to let go of this particular stress that you're holding on to it since long. Now I am aware and I give you this opportunity to let go, to release it, to release and let go of this stress completely, filling up the whole part of yourself with love and gratitude and light, and allowing that little stress to release and let go. And say to yourself that yes, I am ready to release and let go of this stress. I fill this part of mine with love and light, with calmness and peace. And imagine yourself to be completely filled with white light, to be completely filled with bubble of love all around you. And be in this love, be in this emotion of love, gratitude as long as you wish, and allow the stress to release completely from that particular part of yourself. And whenever you feel calm and complete, absolute peaceful inside, feeling that part completely free from any stress that it is holding, just be in this process of releasing yourself from all the stress and filling yourself with love and gratitude. And whenever you feel complete, very slowly and gently, with lots of love and grace, open your eyes with wide smile on your face. Whenever you feel complete within yourself, take time to complete and then return to yourself with wide smile on your face. Yes. So, how are you guys feeling? I am sure we are right now in a moment where we just don't want to speak anything, right? We just want to be with ourselves, calm, quiet. Yes, feeling calm and relaxed. Yes, same experience, true. And I think we just did it for 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes. Yeah. So, anybody, if you want to share with some stress that you started with, and whether that stress is still there, very much in the same degree, or something has happened to that stress. So, now this forum is actually open for sharing. Whoever wants to just share, how is it that you felt? What happened to the stress? What happened to the body? Whether you are actually able to connect, yes or no. Yes, prayers. True. Very true. No sharing? Guys are all in that bliss.
So we we will stop here with our today's session. This is our contact details, just in case if you want to, we can share this with admin. They can share it with you. If you want to, follow our YouTube channel, we post a bit of, small videos, meditations, something which is helpful to, each and every one of you. We share on a regular basis. What if you want to? We'll share this, details with the admin. They can share it with you. If you wish to follow us, you can follow us on social media. Uh,
Actually, this topic is like a day long topic. Very difficult to just complete it in our 2 hour time, because generally we have the stress workshops for like 1 day workshops. At times it does go for a 2 day workshop as well. So I know it was very difficult for me to complete the whole thing in that particular set of 2 hours and to do justice with it. But whatever I could, little bits and bits here and there.
So with that, we'll close our session here. Thank you so much, for being a lovely audience and having a patience with that, the first world problems of technology that we always face, somewhere here and there. Thank you so much, everyone.
I would like to hear at least one, expression. What is it that you really felt after doing it? I'm sure I have not added to the knowledge that you already have, but something that you felt is changed.
Can I share?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So first, when we had started with the session, I had a feeling. I mean, not like feeling in my stomach. And as we went on, I mean, as you progressed, after some point, I had that feeling going down as well as the calmness setting in. So that was what I said, that as we progressed through the session, I felt something was lifting off. So that tightness which I felt at the earlier before the session was, to some extent it has reduced. It has not gone completely, but it has reduced. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah.
Anything that has shifted in you, or at least 1% shift that you felt? Anybody? Yes. So thank you so much, all of you. I'm sure you all are so relaxed and calm that after the meditation, if I ask somebody to speak, it is really difficult. I totally understand. No, it's very true.
I would like to share, madam, that cancel that process means actually worked within a fraction of second. So it was really means what we. It is a takeaway from this session, I think.
Thank you
ma'am.
so much.
Very useful. Means because stress we feel every day. So
Yes.
so this would be useful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, somebody was saying something. I was not able to hear. Yeah.
Madam, the concept of VUCA which you mentioned,
Yes.
that was something like I had never heard about, but it is really a very good concept that you taught us. VUCA.
VUCA, yes.
Yes.
So volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So
Yes.
thank you so much for being with
Thank you
us.
so much,
Thank you.
everyone.
Yeah. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for conducting this calming, soothing, and interactive session. The talk started with organization prioritization skills, and then it moved on to energy management, including both self and resource management. The funda that stress cannot be managed, rather it can be mitigated, was very well demonstrated by taking real life experiences. And also the talk touched upon VUCA principles for mitigation of the stress, importance of staying in the present and not wasting our energy dwelling in the past and uncertainties of the future. You both also gave us an idea to distinguish between stress, which is external as well as internal stress, and how it can be controlled. And yes, the talk was also well demonstrated with techniques wherein, as we also had feedback from the participants, that they could control their thoughts by using that cancel principle, and also they could control to some extent. They know that internal stress is the one which we can work upon, the external stress is not under our control, and using these principles, it would be helpful for them for controlling or mitigating the stress to some extent. So I would like to take some questions, if at all we have from the participants. Any questions from your side? Okay. So, madam, I would like to have one. I mean, I would like to get answer for one question. You had mentioned, I mean, that the past life experiences do, you know, have an impact on one person's well-being. So, do you feel? I mean, is there any, you can say, research or a survey where the past life experiences were affecting the well-being of a person, and when you try to address that, there is betterment in the person overall?
So I do this on a day-to-day basis with a lot of my clients because each and every person has come up with some issues from the past, right? Either it was some emotional issues, some relationship issues, or whatever. So they do come from all the issues that has happened in the past that is affecting their physical well-being right now. Either in the physical sense, like they have some kind of migraines or depressions or whatnot. So what basically we do is to work on that past things which are stuck. Like you're holding on to it tightly. There are a lot of techniques that we use. Cancel is just a basic technique, but there is a lot of techniques that we use actually to do that release. You know, slowly release it, release it, and various different techniques that works on that release using different ways. Like one is theta healing, where we can directly work on the subconscious. जैसे न्यूरॉन्स होते हैं ना माइंड में, नो all those pathways that have become so strong, remove that pathway and join a new one, the easiest one. Directly work on the subconscious, and then now you work on this new path which is created. Then other way could be through dance moment therapy, through voicing, through lot of therapies, through energy healings that I do. These all things does take care when you actually work and release your past burdens, because you're so free from all of that, and then you can focus on your present, when your past stops hampering you and harming you all the time.
Thank you for answering that. And I feel uh, the way you speak, the person who is there would obviously be calmed. I mean, just having a couple of sessions with you all, because the way you started was very soothing, as well, it was very calming. And also, because you mentioned about those neuronal connections and all, um, controlling, I would not say controlling, but managing and mitigation in a adult person is easier than a child. What, I mean, what is your observation?
You want to answer?
I mean, obviously, managing and mitigation in child is much more easier. Simply because they have a less past baggage.
Yes.
As simple as that. Compared to an adult, they have a less past baggage, and their thought process, the subconscious, is little less rigid than the adults one, because we in our life as adults have seen few instances, few circumstances, few situations so repeatedly that our subconscious till now have become very rigid. uh, I would actually like to give you an example that Khushbu has actually worked with. So there were, twins, two sisters. One was very studious. This was in the adulthood when they actually came to Khushbu for a session. So one was very studious, very organized, well-to-do, perfectly all right, and the other sister was very angry, the irritable personality, casual attitude, very careless, and they have come across that they couldn't realize that being a twins, how can there be so much of a difference? So
And the same situations and conditions around both of them.
yeah, exactly.
ऐसा नहीं था कि comparison हो रहा है, no, which we normally see. It was not the case of that.
Correct.
One person is being given more priority, more liking and more love. ऐसा भी नहीं था. There was no competition. Both were equally treated by their parents and surroundings.
And the same environment. So I mean, when they went through a past hypnosis of that particular girl, they realized that this trauma is originating when she was in the mother's womb. uh, at some point of time, when mother came to know that it is twins, a mother uttered that simple words that, oh shit, I just wanted one. And she was the second one, the younger one.
So she has made a subconscious pattern in her mind that I am the unwanted one. Nobody wants me. I am the unwanted one. I am the unloved one. They just wanted one child, and I am a burden. I am the addition. And that memory has stuck so much on her, and she was not even aware of it. And she was like, why do I get frustrated all the time? Why do I don't get this? Why it has happened? Why that has happened? So this small things which happens and we don't even
And
realize.
at that point of time, see, it was a surprise for a mother. Not that mother not wanted, two kids. It was in a spur of moment that, she knew. And she has given equal love to both the sisters. But, this one small incident, how it remains in your, subconscious can ruin, 25, 26 years of your life. That you always feel that you are unwanted, you are unloved. And then you do, the repairing of your neural pathways, and then the life comes on the track. And now if you see both the sisters, we don't even realize that this one had some problem. Now both of them are, equally on track. So this is where, so adulthood, rewiring the adulthood, sometimes we have to go back to that zone where they are, coming from. Whereas for the child, it becomes really easy.
Yes, thank you for the answer, sir. Yeah. And yes, so we have, you have already seen in the chat, you have appreciations for the talk. And also, Dr. Vikrant has mentioned that human nature plays important role in stress management. So if at all there are people who are hypochondriac, there will be some are emotionally stable. So in professional front, professional experience also matters in handling stress. Yeah. So the environment where we are, that also matters how you relate to the stress. Correct.
Yeah, very true, very true. Absolutely.
Okay. So
And the best part about human nature is that's the only thing as a human we can change.
Yeah, we can hear you, Vedika. So, ma'am, there is a participant, Vedika Dadlani. I think she has a question.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not able to hear her.
Vedika, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm not able to hear you.
You can maybe write in the chat box.
Yeah, that will also do. Yes.
the question is there any treatment once you realized about reason after hypnosis therapy?
There are a lot of different ways through which we deal with different people. Like now, suppose this we found out, okay, in the example that he shared, the girl found out that, oh, this is coming from my mom saying this. Now she obviously understood that that was just out of spur of moment and that was not the truth. So there is a lot of other things that happened after that. Like we had a communication with her mom. She is sharing her heartful communication with her mom. This is what I thought, and this is how happened. This is what was happening with me, that I always felt unwanted, that I always felt unloved. So a lot of things that happened after that. There was a lot of energy healings to heal that particular part of hers, which was always holding that kind of anger, frustration, unloved feelings. So energy healing for that. A lot of things that we made her release, no, through the release work techniques that worked. Then heartful communication with between her and her mom, because वो पहले कभी हुआ ही नहीं था. They never used to talk. They always used to fight. So now after she feeling that, oh, this was just a thought, no? Then the heartful communication started, and the bond between the mother and the child went to a very different level. And that is how she was very easily felt herself that, yeah, I am loved. You know, feeling that, yes, I am lovable, I am loved, I am worth of love. And that is how she was able to come out of this. And there are a lot of different techniques that we work differently with different people according to how they are able to go with that thing. So it's that. It depends on that particular thing.
So I always believe that the most powerful force in any person's life is to be accepted, appreciated, and loved for what they are. Once we get that right, then I think we mostly find all the answers to the critical questions of the life.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, any more questions? Okay. So, sir and madam, we would like to felicitate you through this virtual platform with a memento and certificate as a token of our sincere gratitude, and congratulate you for a wonderful session. I hereby request our ICT team to please play the video.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both. Thanks to both madam and sir for an informative session and your valuable time. I also take this opportunity to thank AICTE Atal for giving VAS College of Pharmacy an opportunity to organize the FDP. Thank you so much, sir and madam.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, yeah. So I think Dr. Rajashri, madam, you have an announcement.